What is good, boxing fans and gamers? It's your boy FightNightsFinest, the Sophie commentator, back with another edition of Live Fight Friday. So after that last video with this guy just sidestep uppercut spamming, and we rage quit out the not. I guess I don't know why that term rage quit is so popular, but I mean it is what it is. I'm finally gonna try to bring you guys my strategy of what I like to do in the first 3 rounds in order to figure my opponents out, and just a gameplay strategy maybe you can use in the near future. So first thing we want to do, since we're using Victor Ortiz, who I believe is a boxer puncher, want to give ourselves some angles and just stick that jab in his face and look for different combos that we can land, see which ones work, and just keep Mosley off of us. And Mosley is an interesting choice for him. Like I said, Mosley is definitely not the most accurate fighter. I've tried many times just to use him against Miguel Cotto and against some subscribers like Perfected Chaos, and just keep practicing with him, see if I could make him work for me. But he's just one of those fighters that just doesn't work for me. So from what I'm gathering from this guy, he likes to apply pressure so far, and that he likes to exchange punches, and he does have a good sense of when to use his range. Also, I'm going to be using the push defense strategy in this round, and to see how he handles that. The nice thing about the push defense strategy is you can always sneak in a jab afterwards, like right there. After you push them, they put their hands back up. The jab just always seems to get through. So it's a little tip for you guys out there who may be struggling a bit with offense. But I'm only interested in playing this game properly and playing against people who actually are of good competition. I don't have time for this anymore. That last video had me riled up, boy. Like, you cannot be serious. Sometimes every time it happens, you just feel like it shouldn't be happening, But let me stay focused on this. So in that first round, what I gathered is he likes to come forward, as I said. He likes to apply pressure, and he likes to exchange punches. As you can see there, he's just looking for me to give the lead off. So that's why I'm jabbing. I'm staying and using my range. That's going to help me tremendously in this fight if I could just use my range better than he can. And, get in there and throw those have those Viper-like qualities where I can use maybe jabs and straights, get on the outside, and then bang, bang, bang with 3-4 punch combinations. So that's the game plan. Push him off of me when he gets too close, and then sneak in a jab. So that's the game plan. Normally I'll wait till about 1:30 to see if I can try something different if he won that first round. So for example, let's say I lost that first round with the strategy that I was using. What I would do then is I will, at 1:30, I will try a different strategy, or I'll try a different form of attack. Because I'm using Victor Ortiz in this case, I'm trying to be a boxer versus a pressure fighter, like how I would do when I'm using Roberto Duran, or I'm using somebody of that of those characteristics where they're inside fighters. So I should be on the inside. With Ortiz, not having the greatest chin, he does have a solid defense, and he is able to take some punishment. But as long as I stick on the outside and don't allow this guy to get to me, I should be pretty much fine for the rest of this fight. So what I would do if he won that first round, in that 1:30 mark, I would try a different form of attack. So I'll try a different set of combinations. I might even try switching stances. I don't see me having to switch stances in this fight because he doesn't look like he's a lot to handle. Basically what I'm trying to say is the skill level doesn't look like it'll be much to deal with. So you see me bounce a lot from left to right. That's how I like to move. Just move to my left and my right, and a half circle on my left stick. Probably should have the camera going on my hand so you guys can see what it is that I'm doing. But it was just another successful round. We get back a 10% stamina recovery, which is very nice. So we're moving into the third round, and we're waiting for him to make an adjustment. If he doesn't make an adjustment, hey, we just stick with the game plan for the rest of the fight. Get some power shots now downstairs in order to really make him work before I try my overhands and uppercut combinations that will come around the fourth round. So right now I'm just going to stick to jabbing and landing good shots, sticking on the outside, bouncing around, pushing him off me when he gets too close, and then landing my 3-punch combinations. So I haven't even been forced to use a different set of combinations. Also, like the jab, uppercut, right hook combination is no left hook combination. Got that a little confused from how I fight in my normal stance. So bang, there we go. That's a nice 3-punch combination to add on. And an important thing about fighting, like myself or even if you have a style, certain style, I assume all of us simulation fighters out there have a wide variety of combos that we use. Do not give away your entire arsenal in the first 3 rounds. Never do that. As you can see here, I've been sticking to extremely basic and simple arsenal. I use things that aren't complicated combos so far. This little combo right here, straight to the body, left uppercut, right uppercut, left hook combination. If you're in orthodox stance, let me just switch over real quick. That'll be straight left hand, straight right hand, left uppercut, right hook combination. That's a nice little 3-piece scoring shot that I use on a regular basis. Or, well, I haven't been using it, but it's one of those combinations where you're bound to get at least 1 or 2 of those punches landed. So that's a nice set of combos to use in any fight that you're doing. Also, I find that the left uppercut, or in this case it will be the right uppercut, since I'm in southpaw, is better to throw with the buttons, surprisingly. I just find it gets there quicker. I can't really do it in this stance. I'll switch to orthodox next round, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. I find when I try to use the stick on that punch that I generally don't land it, but if I use the buttons, it's definitely more likely to land. So surprisingly, they gave him round number 2. I didn't think he won that round at all. So that tells me I need to up my concentration, I need to up the amount of punches that I'm putting out there, and I need to go for the head more. So like I said, I'm going to use that overhand left, right uppercut combination. It's a little harder to do with this controller. I usually use a different controller when I'm playing this game, but can't find it at the moment. So that's basically the 3-round strategy. So now he's being a little more defensive. So he's changing things up now. He's trying to use his defense more and let's wear ourselves out by throwing punches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw high percentage shots that we know lands a lot. Jabs straights to the body land quite a bit. Jabs to the body land. So do straights. Uppercuts to the body land a lot too. Sidestep uppercuts, we know that lands a lot. Yeah, this controller's a little funny in the way that throws. Okay, so I like the adjustment he's using here. He's being a little more defensive. I hope he just doesn't start spamming or something. But he's using a different strategy now. Defense definitely has tightened up from how it was in the first few rounds. So now, like I said, we're going to high percentage shots that I do believe is going to land. And also, he's forcing us to be the pressure fighter this way. So now I have to make him feel like he's uncomfortable. Make him feel like he has to come forward in order to win these rounds. So I need to start landing some big shots. So I'm going to start throwing some power shots in order to get this round back. We'll go another power straight. We have one downstairs to the body. Bobbed and weaved in and then through the power straight up top. And get a nice counter there. So with that being said, look how he starts to come forward now. Now he feels he's losing the round. You're going to see him start to throw some more punches. Or if he decides to stick to what it was that he was doing, might be a little successful, but for the most part, you know, it's not going to really work. So get a power uppercut there, get another power shot downstairs to the body. So with those power shots, we should have been able to take that round back. Mosley does hit pretty hard with 94 strength, but with those power shots, you know, anytime you throw power shots in Fight Night, it just gives you the advantage as well as you do it in real life, as long as you're landing them. Let's go with the power. Oh, that was bad. Luckily, Ortiz had that 1-second recovery. Can't look for that again. We'll go back to the push defense strategy just to keep him off of us. And now we're going to go back with this jab. So just keep that jab on him. Make him feel like he can't come out. But I do want to land those power uppercuts to the body, like right there. Get a nice, beautiful step-in power right uppercut there. That's going to help us there. Another power straight downstairs. And now we're going to go for the overhands. Oh, God, I just cannot do overhands with this controller. Well, okay. I need to practice the ones on the right hand, on my right hand side versus my left hand side. I can do those pretty well. But yeah, so now we're going to look for like basically uppercuts and hooks now. Those are going to be our main scores instead of the jab. That's what we're going to need to sustain these rounds. So we get another counter step in straight, step in uppercut. Doing it in southpaw isn't the hardest thing to do, so I'm feeling pretty confident right at this point in the fight. 5 rounds, we're gonna look for some more hooks and uppercuts just to secure that point lead. Had a nice back step straight there. Get another step in, uppercut, hook combination. Another jab, setting things up. That jab, man, sets everything up. You guys know my straight uppercut combination I like to do. And southpaw, let's see if we can land it. I can't seem to get the uppercut to land up top, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to stop trying. So usually I'm landing the straight to the body. Just want to get that. I just want to get that combination off, man. Like, some more hooks upstairs. There we go. Very nice. So another uppercut there. Okay, so that was a pretty crazy 5th round. I talked a lot more than I wanted to about what was going on. But yeah, this is just my thought process. This is what goes on in my head while I'm playing this game. So 90% stamina throughout 6 rounds, not bad. See if we can get better stamina recovery this round. And no, I'm not going to chase you this time. I want to keep the fight in the center of the ring. So I guess that's what he's looking for too. When I stand in the center of the ring like that, it's because I am looking to have a fight. So I'm going to use the center of the ring to my advantage and my ability to step in and out and bait him in order to really score some shots here. That was a nice uppercut that he landed, so I'm looking for a power shot now. So we get a power straight downstairs to the body, and we go back with a high and low combination. This is generally what you want to do. Mix your stuff up. Make sure you're not predictable. Make him feel like he doesn't know what's coming next. So now we're going to play defense for a little bit. He got that counter off of me, so now I'm looking for a counter shot. Probably a back step straight or a side step uppercut, or maybe I could get like a lean punch. There we go. Nice little combination to fire off there. Quick jab to the body. And going back on defense now in order just to keep getting him to throw punches. So now he feels threatened and he feels like he can't fight in the center of the ring with me. So you see him moving back now. Really wants me to chase him. He's looking for back step shots in order to get those counters off. But like I said, you play defense, you confuse them as to what it is that you're doing. Get another you see, this is the high percentage shots that you got to look for. Just be smart with the shots that you're trying to throw. Think, okay, what's going to land? What can I get him to do? What is it that I know that's coming? And then look to land a shot there. So I'm going to go jab upstairs, straight to the body now. Okay, didn't land. Let's try that again. That didn't land either. So uppercut to the body. And get the right hook downstairs. I wanted to throw that upstairs, get another counter to the body, and there's that counter that he had early on me. So now I got it back. So this round is definitely in the bag for me. I'm gonna go look for another power straight right at the bell, and he backsteps it. Better improvement from how we did in that 5th round. We took way too many shots. I'm still thinking I'm taking too many shots, so I'm gonna be a bit more defensive in this round and keep bouncing from left to right. And look just to set up angles for my jab. There we go. Just picking it upstairs and downstairs, stepping out with it just to make sure we don't get tagged on the way out. I mean, you don't want to stand in front of your opponent ever when you're trying to box with them. So, especially with, like we said, we saw earlier we got stunned by one of those power shots from Mosley. So we're gonna keep we're gonna try to keep ourselves safe here, playing defensive and working off that jab. So now I'm looking, now that I scored some nice points with these jabs, now we're gonna look for power shots. Power shots not in like power straights and things like that, but like hooks and uppercuts. Okay, so now he's screwing us up. Now he's trying to use the jab. He's copying what we see we're doing. I guess that's his adjustment. Sometimes I do notice that is that when people don't know what to do on their own, they copy what they say you do. So what I did there was, since that uppercut wasn't landed, I went for the hooker cut, just thinking it might land better, and it has. So don't want to abuse that now. That's one of those combinations that I like to use that I feel is high percentage. Stay back, and now we're going to play defense for the next 10 seconds. Sometimes what I like to do in order to keep myself entertained during the fight, see how many punches I can make him miss before I have to throw one. So you hit me with a jab there, get the counter to the body, go with another power shot downstairs, And this is just fighting in my opinion, this has just been a perfect fight for me so far. Gonna look for a power straight up top. Wasn't able to land it. So now I need to land some more like hard scoring shots, because mostly it's just been jabs around. There we go. Turning it up now. Applying that pressure. There we go. Counter upstairs. Okay, so now I need to try a different combination. Side step, right uppercut, left hook, right hook to the body. That's what I was intending to do there. Was able to stun him just a little too late. So now, like I said, we've been fighting a pretty good fight. Fighting a really good fight. And we're going into the next round. So it's been rather close. I felt like, you know, the jab, like I wasn't landing those shots with those uppercuts and hooks. I wasn't landing those enough to take the round. So we're definitely going to turn it up here. We definitely turned it up from that 4th and 5th round. I thought I did win that 5th round, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. There's a 7-pound weight advantage in Mosley's favor. Got a nice counter shot there. Yeah, so those the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round was just one of those rounds where we landed a lot of jabs, but we did have defensive lapses. So another power straight. So now I'm really starting to just figure out what it is that I want to do. Now we put together a perfect game plan. We made adjustments, and you see maybe how the fight has evolved from how it was in the first 3 rounds. Yeah, he's landing those straights, man. So we're having problems getting away from the straight. So what we're looking to do is just play defense for a little while and look to counter off his mistakes. Now, for me, there's 2 types of counter punches. There's counters with the flash and the window opportunity where it gives you that animation like, okay, throw a counter, like right there. It happened really quick, but there's that type of counter punch, and then there's those where he's missing, and then you're able to counteract that punch with a punch of your own. So he came in a little too aggressive. His stamina definitely has to be low from all the body work that we put in. And all those power shots finally come into play, and down he goes. We got another power shot up top, and we're able to put him down on the canvas for the first time. So just switching strategies from being pressure fighter to looking for the count off his mistakes help us catch another knockdown. Now let's get back into this match, and what we're not going to do is we're not going to apply pressure. We're going to work the body, look for power shots and high scoring percentage shots that we know lands. So we're looking for power uppercuts. Those land really well. And the double hooks to the body, you might have seen Relapse use those in most of his videos. One of his main scoring tools. So we're looking for that now, just to wear stamina down. Those and 1-2s to the body for another power straight, and then a power uppercut. And that should really damage his stamina recovery for this round. So even though we got a 4% stamina recovery that round just due to the knockdown and how active we were, we have 82% stamina to work with for the next 2 rounds. So we're going to really turn it up in round 9 and round number 10, because we can't take the stamina with us when we leave the ring, right? So let's throw it all out there. Let's stick to the game plan, and now let's just put everything that's been working together. So those shots that we was talking about earlier that we wanted to throw and look for mostly power shots, those are where you're going to really see these punches coming into fruition right now. So see me, I'm going for the power shots. I'm basically going for broke now. He's playing defense really well. So if we got him in the corner, I always say, if he's in the corner and you can't hit him, go ahead and push him and then look for a power shot. I hate when people, you know, if you can't hit the guy, you got to do something to hit him. And the push, boxers do it all the time. I see it and a lot of boxers just pushing each other against the ropes in order to score their knockdowns. Take Tyson Fury versus Steve Cunningham, for example. Really good fight, and Tyson Fury was actually able to out pressure him and then outland him, and dang, he's really good right now. Okay, so now I'm kind of abusing that push, so I don't want to keep doing that. So he's playing defense, just trying to survive at this point. Go downstairs to the body and break him down. So that's another knockdown. Somebody please teach that man some defense, and we're able to score. Oh man, why couldn't we get that today? I had to go for the chin check. So that's the next thing I'm looking for, is probably a chin check. I think he realized at this point he can't win this fight. So that's going to be the end of this, guys. This is my strategy that I use coming into matches. This is my thought process. This is just some things you guys can do, some combinations that may be useful for you. If this helped you in the future, or if you think this might do you any good, or if you learned something from this video, please hit that like button for me. Subscribe to more. We're going to have a lot more stuff coming like this. This is your boy FightNightsFinest, the Sofa commentator. I want to say good fight to my opponent, and I'm off this. Peace.